Hello and welcome, number 191 here, and been given a little bit of tidbit from one of my mods on my stream. We are live on Twitch at the moment for the Rokket Revolt structure deck, Fists of the Gadgets booster, and there's a little bit of Rising Rampage special edition at the bottom, but it doesn't say what the promos are. I've had a little look as a glance over to see if there was anything of notice. I have another one of my mods with us, Tolly. He's going to enjoy part of this. Welcome, Tolly.
Oh, yeah. Hi. Yeah, I'm definitely going to enjoy the Fist of the Gadgets because I love Fire Fists and Gadgets. Ultimate Offering Gadgets, I played to get back into the game in 2013. So I'm kind of hyped for Gadget and Fire Fist support here. Mainly Fire Fist.
Yeah. So, Rokket Revolt structure deck is Revolver's deck, the Rokket strategy. Built on low-level Dark Dragons that replace themselves on the field during the end phase of the turn that they're destroyed. Many of them also destroying themselves along with cards your opponent controls if they're targeted by a Link monster's effect, like the mighty Borrel dragon included in the deck. So there's one confirmed reprint already in the structure deck.
Yeah, you said, yeah, Borrel Dragon's going to be kind of huge because it's either going to be the very back card, which means it's common, or it will be a super rare reprint in this.
Yeah,
I'm kind of leaning more. Yeah, it won't be ultra. Well, have we got the alternate art for Borrel yet? Because if not, then that would be in here as an ultra rare, and then we would get another common version at the back, I think.
I'll bring up the list for it see if it's been updated yet or not.
Okay, because if we have got the alternate artwork for Borrel, then that would be in here as an ultra rare, basically guaranteed, and then we could get a common variant at the very back of the structure deck of the original art, which means you could potentially get two Borrel per structure deck, which could be massive.
Yeah,
well, it would be massive.
However, having glimpsed over this entire article to have a little look at it, and that I don't think we are going to get to. I think it is just going to be the one, and you'll see why in a little bit. So Rokket strategy uses two different extra deck monsters, the Dragon Borrel monsters and the Cyberburst Topologic monsters. Both themes have produced some of the strongest extra deck monsters in the game, and both receive new weapons to add to their arsenal in structure deck Rokket Revolt. So previous Topologic monsters have wiped out just monsters or just spells and traps, but the brand new Topologic monster banishes everything on the field and then returns itself to the battle next turn.
Yeah.
The new Topologic is essentially Cyframe Lord Zeta / Omega for the field and bounces and comes back next turn.
It's very powerful. However, the zone you special it back to, because it has top left, top right, bottom left, bottom left, bottom right. I believe wherever the arrows are pointing after it returns, those zones cannot be used. So, the best placement for it is the middle one to stop your opponent link summoning. However, if they've already link summoned before it returns, the best place would be under your extra monster zone so you don't affect any zones. I could be wrong, but I believe that's the nose. I'm actually going to quickly check.
Yeah, if you can look that one up, because
04.
I haven't heard of its name yet.
Topologic Zoroboros. Cannot send monsters to any extra monster zone this card points to. It's literally the first. So you put this in your extra monster zone, and your opponent cannot do anything with the two zones it points to on their field. So you lock them out of two zones.
Oh, and when it returns,
you lock them out of both extra monster zones.
I do like that idea.
Sorry, I swore. My bad. Have to bleep. Against 200 attack for each banished card. If another monster is special summoned to a zone, a link monster points to while this monster is on the field. Banish all cards on the field once per turn during standby phase of your next turn. After this card is banished by zone effect, special summon this banished monster. So yeah, just banish everything, including itself, return it on your next turn, and lock them out of the extra monster zone. It's mean.
I'm not gonna lie. With cards like that, I can kind of see this being the next like ABC structure deck.
Oh, sorry. You cannot summon slash set monster to any extra monster this card points to.
Oh, so it restricts you.
It restricts you from doing it.
Oh, that's actually not quite nice then.
It could be a translation issue as well.
Possibly, there is that possibility, I suppose.
But I believe the OCG has this, so I'm good. Well, no, the OCG does have this, so I'm guessing it's not. Well, they don't get it until. Wait, is that our release date? August 15th?
August 15th, 16th is our release date.
Okay.
I do believe.
Yeah, so you cannot use any zone this points to. So yeah, the best one will be under your main monster zone. So your extra monster zone, or a extra monster zone, so you can still use that extra monster zone.
So you can also complete the set of Borrel monsters with a destructive new Borrel fusion monster to go with Borrel Savage Dragon from Savage Strike and Borrel Exchange Dragon from Rising Rampage. So Borrel are now Link, Xyz, Synchro, and Fusion.
Yep. It's literally called Borrel Fusion Dragon.
Yeah, that don't surprise me at all.
Quick effect, you can target one monster you control on one card your opponent controls, destroy them. You can bounce this card from your graveyard and target one Dark Link monster in your graveyard. Special summon it, but it cannot activate its effects this turn. You can only use each effect of this once per turn. It's 3k 2500. So, Borrel stats.
Yeah, I was going to say they've all got. It sounds like they're all going to have the same stats then.
Yeah. Besides the Link, or that's Topologic. Anyway, never mind.
Yeah. So, prioritizes Link summoning, but can also make use of fusion summoning with a new spell that destroys its fusion materials instead of just sending them to grave.
Yeah, that's to trigger the rockets during the end of the turn.
You can expand this deck's capabilities to include Synchro and Xyz summoning cards with cards from Savage Strike, Dark Neostorm, and Rising Rampage, or just enjoy the expanded 6-card extra deck included in the box.
Yeah.
That's insane. 6 extra deck cards in a structure deck.
Yeah. It's
the most we've ever had was 3.
So what was that you cut out?
The most I remember is 3 cards in the extra deck.
Yeah, no, they've got really good at giving us more extra stuff now. So in like sealed tournaments where you get like, you know, you could buy like 3 destruction decks, and make a deck and then play. You can have a 15-card extra. They've got better at that, and they've given like really good like stuff in the extra deck, really good reprint stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what he put in here, because obviously you've got the new Topologic, you're going to have the Borrel Fusion Dragon, you're going to... The Borrel Fusion, the Topologic, and the spell card, I think, are all going to be Ultras, and we're going to have like 2 Supers. Hang on, no, it says 4 Supers, 3 Ultras,
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I was just about to say that. So it's 39 commons, 4 Supers, 3 Ultras, plus obviously the Beginner's Guide and the double-sided deluxe game mat / dueling guide.
Yeah.
40 card main, 6 card extra, which is fairly insane.
Yeah. I think we could definitely get 2 Borrel in here. Like Possibly. 2 like normal Borrel dragons, 1 ultra out of the alternate art, if not it's a super, and then one common at the very back. I don't know how likely that is. However, they did do that with Salamangreat. We got one common Leo and then an ultra alternate art of
Yeah, I was just about to
Leo.
say they could do the same as they did with Salamangreats.
Yeah, it's why I'm thinking it because of Salamangreat. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, that would be a fun one to keep an eye on, and that is literally released in what, just over a month.
It's literally a month's time. Yeah, month and 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, at
So,
least for us because it's currently the 12th whilst this is being recorded.
yeah. So here's the bit that you're going to be most interested in.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right.
I read this before, and my immediate thing was just like, what could they give to Fire Fists?
Yeah. Right. Let me,
Because
if you can, read through all of this first,
yeah,
because when I was pre-reading it, I read the first two lines. I went, oh. Then read the second paragraph and went, haha, there it is. So,
yeah,
turn up the
I'll
hit.
be quiet.
So, Five Fists of the Gadgets booster pack is a 60 card all foil booster set that heralds the return of one of the most popular monster themes of all time, the Brotherhood of the Fire Fist. Do ignore the MSRP on this. I don't expect it to be anywhere near that if normal RRPs are to go by. So, after 6 long years of training, the Brotherhood of Fire Fist returns to the field of battle. These new monsters have mastered brand new fire formations and greatly expand the possibility of the Fire Fist strategy. Five Fists of the Gadgets, if I can even speak, introduces 11 new cards for the Fire Fist decks, including link monsters that let you skip paying costs for your Fire Fist effects or take control of enemy monsters, a ritual monster that searches fire formations and negates monster effects, and more. So what's your thoughts on that bit, Tolly?
Okay, so first off, we know what the link. We know one link monster is Brother of the Fire Fist Eagle, which
Yep.
just lets you pay nothing.
Yeah.
I'm saying
It's
now with this, sorry, if Fire Fist become a tool meta again, Brotherhood of Fire Fist Dragon is going to one, if not being banned. That thing you
yeah.
can get out so goddamn easily, 3 times in a turn, and Monster Reborn 3 cards for free. If you can find a way to loop Dragon out of the graveyard and onto the field, you're just reviving a monster for free over and over and over again because
Yeah.
it's a soft once per turn. They say link monsters just means we're getting more, so it'll be interesting to see what we get. I'm thinking a link free. Hopefully it follows the lines of what Eagle does.
Well, they've already said that
Because
um, one of them's going to be or take control of
Link
enemy
wants
monsters
to let you skip paying costs. So
or
yeah,
take control of enemy monsters. So the second link is going to be the one that takes control of enemy monsters.
true. I'm hoping it also mitigates cost because otherwise you might as well just run triple mind control on the deck and just keep Eagle on the field. So it really depends what the other link does.
Yeah.
If it mitigates cost and takes control, then it's going to be really good. A ritual monster that searches fire formations and negates monster effects is going to be pretty good. I just hope whatever the ritual spell is for it is going to be good because I know like Burning Abyss got a ritual monster and it basically did nothing for the
Yeah.
deck.
Malakoda of
So
the
that's
Burning
kind of my
Abyss was absolute rubbish.
yeah. Like there's the build of Burning Abyss, but you have to like with it, but you have to specifically build around Malakoda.
Yep.
So I'm hoping that's not the case here. The fire formations. So okay, so we know one ritual monster. We know at least minimum 2 link monsters. So that
About.
puts us down to what 8 more cards we can get. Now they say new fire formations. I assume we'll get like a few monsters as well. Yeah, because it says these new monsters have mastered brand new fire formations. So there's going to be more monsters. So I'm hoping for maybe 4 new fire formation spell cards. Maybe 3 and 1 trap, and then 4 monsters as well as the links. Although one of the monsters is the ritual monster, so
Yeah. So
we'll have to see.
it's going to be one to keep an eye on to see what the other link monsters actually going to be doing on top of
Yeah,
taking control.
and
The
I want to
ritual
know what
monster will
the
be an
new fire
interesting one.
formations do, because I'm assuming one of the fire formations will be a continuous ritual spell or something. Well, that's not possible really, but anyway.
Could
Um,
you imagine a continuous spell that's also a ritual spell card in that way?
Actually, no, it is possible. It could be a continuous card that allows you to ritual summon with monsters on the field. Just have it within its text.
Yeah,
So it is possible. And it gives them 100 boost. That would be pretty big. I hope that's what they're doing, and not just introducing a ritual fire formation spell card, because I'll rather keep it on the field.
yeah.
Um, Although, seeing as you can mitigate cost with Eagle, that would be interesting. Um,
It's going to be a fun strategy to keep an eye on. And I know you've
yeah,
already got a build centered around Eagle.
I have a build center around Eagle to extra link, so I'm wondering what what like direction the deck will take with that, because
Yeah. I've already
it'll
had a
be
little look
interesting.
on Dueling Book and the Wygo Pro that I've got, and neither of them have any other new Firefish cards on there yet.
Yeah, none of them have been revealed. I'm hoping the
It,
new Fire Formation spell cards um end up also like contributing somehow to like mitigating cost or something along those lines, because
yeah.
the cost is a big issue for
Excuse me.
Fire Fist,
Yeah,
because before Eagle you didn't run Buffalo because you had to give it 2 Fire Fist slash formations,
yeah,
which was really bad. But now you just get it for free, and it's just a free link, and then dragons just become insane. Um, so I'm really hoping the fire formations either like make it easier to get out your fire formation, your fire fist monsters, or
yeah,
just have some sort of like draw power or something. I really don't know what fire fists need. Like, there's so many things they could do with it, but
yeah. To an extent, you could do with the draw power.
the draw power would be nice.
Something to something along the lines of Azathoth would help use massively.
Please no.
No, help use massively because the number. Because I remember playing against your build,
Yeah.
and I'd only have to drop like an effect veiler or something along those lines, or another hand trap in the right place, and it completely shut down your turn.
Yeah.
So something along those lines that can stop that from happening would be good for you.
A fire fist hand trap that's searchable would be big. I would like that, a bit like how Noble Knights have one and Zapdos have one.
Yeah,
I would
zombies
really
technically
like a
have four.
yeah a fire fist hand trap that gives protection to all fire fist and fire formations for the turn. That would be really nice.
Yeah. So carrying on, right? This is releasing a week after the structure deck.
It releases on the 20th for us, I believe. Maybe
Tw-
23rd for America.
22nd. It'll be the 22nd for us in Europe. 23rd for the
It
US.
releases August 20th. I think the 23rd would be America, because they can get things like a couple of days there. Yeah, because America would get theirs on Friday, and it
We
releases on the
normally
20th,
get,
I believe, which is Tuesday.
which would be unusual because we normally get our releases on the Thursday.
Yeah, we do. But from what I read from the original article, it's releasing on the 20th. So unless they pushed it back by 2 days for some reason,
They've pushed
I don't
product
know.
back before.
They have done, but pushing it back by 2 days seems a bit random. I don't know. I read
Yeah,
that we got
it
on the
does seem a
20th,
little
so
random, especially as
since we got
we're
dual
due.
power like 3 days early.
Yeah, we're also expecting a ban list at any moment as well.
Yeah, unless they possibly pushed it back just because of the release date for Rocket Revolt or something. I don't know.
Quite possibly.
But
So,
continuing on with the article,
what do gadgets do when they want to power up? They become fists themselves as the hands of terrifying new machine soldiers. Use gadget power to strengthen your own monsters, destroy your opponent's cards like clockwork, or even unleash a mirror force like effect while staying on the offensive. Duelists can obtain Microcoder, Proglio, and Cynet Codec with Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution game, which is on the Nintendo Switch and is available from August 20th, 2019. That's why they've moved it back.
could be, but they could also release it alongside and make a lot more. It would make a lot more sense, probably. But you know,
Yeah, but I
but
guarantee that might be why they
we'll have
pushed
to
it back.
see what. Yeah, we'll have to see what Konami come out and say for the official release date.
Yeah.
Because I remember reading the 20th for the release date on YG.org.
So, and can find more than 10 new cards for Cyberburst decks that work together with them, including a new advanced form of Proglio. Okay.
It's a link for it's kind of bad. Just
Yeah, I've heard bits and pieces. You can even find 2 new Code Talker monsters, 4 new alternate universe versions of Summon Skull, 1 Fusion, 1 Synchro, 1 XE, and 1 Ritual, and more. And it's a 60 card set with 40 supers and 20 secrets.
So my immediate thought upon reading the article originally was it seems a bit odd to be putting Fire Fist and gadgets into one set.
Yeah,
It's just too it's just too random. Like if it was just Cyberburst and Fire Fists, I could understand why. Maybe they wanted to somehow combine the two, which would make sense. Obviously, they're gonna Cyberburst are gonna work somehow with Fire Fists. They're gonna want to just you know
yeah,
have the archetypes connect somehow. But I wonder if gadgets will link in with Fire Fists anyhow, because they literally said, what do gadgets do when they want to power up? They become fists themselves.
yeah,
Okay, Fire Fists, gadgets become fists. Okay, I
yeah.
wonder what's going to happen here. Is there going to be a Fire Beast Warrior gadget that links in with Fire Fist that allows you to run gadgets and Fire Fists together to swarm more? I
I,
don't know.
t-
It will be interesting. I don't
yeah,
think so, but
I don't see that happening, but but part of that makes me think that, as well as the fact that the way they've worded it, helps tie it in with the pack.
yeah, because honestly, gadgets is a really weird one to pack with Fire Fists.
Yeah,
I get wanting to give both new support and everything, but you could just release like all you could just release them all into between two sets.
mm.
Like split the gadgets in half, split the fighters in half, put them between, put half in one set, half in another. Complete it off after 2 sets. That's 6 months worth of
Yeah,
sets and essentially pack filler. So putting them both into one set seems kind of weird to me because it's two archetypes you wouldn't ever think to be in a set together
yeah,
unless they're gonna somehow combine them in some weird way or give them at least a little bit of synergy somehow. Um, I think the Cybursts are gonna definitely have some kind of synergy with the Fire Fists as well as the gadgets. So maybe the Cyburst is how they're gonna connect them. I don't
possibly.
know.
Well, I did a little bit of a Google to see what had been announced elsewhere for Fist of the Gadgets, and we've got the artwork already.
Yeah, we know this. We know the Summon Skulls.
Yeah. So,
They're awful. But I
yeah,
guess
North America
let's see.
release is August 23rd, and the
Okay,
artwork, well, part of the art cover card is Transcended Skull.
okay.
So, Brotherhood of the
See,
Fire Fist Eagle Sage, unofficial name, effect link monster.
yeah,
Advent Skull Archfiend is the ritual.
okay,
Manifested Skull is the fusion.
yeah. We know the summon skulls.
Yeah, Beckon Skull for Synchro. Transcended Skull is the XZs. And then Luster Liger, unofficial name, is another link, which is the Proglio upgrade. Which was a jump promo. Yeah, over in Japan. Target one link monster in either graveyard. This card gains attack equal to its attack until the end of this turn. You contribute any number of monsters this card points to. Destroy the same number of cards on the field. You can only use each effect once per turn.
Good. I'm still like set.
I don't like that. Because you've basically, to get maximum effectiveness out of that, you've got to have that underneath your extra monster zone and have 3 cards linked to it. So you've got to go through all of that hassle of getting this underneath one of the extra monster zones and having 3 more monsters left, top and right of it just to blow them up, to blow 3 cards up on your opponent's field. I can think of better link 4s to make use of that have those arrows. Nightmare Griffin being one of them.
Probably be a as more cards get released, there'll be some way to abuse this.
Oh, more than like, there's gonna be ways. Oh no, I've just thought of how you can abuse that.
Okay.
The rockets.
Yeah, which is probably what it's kind of being designed for.
That's what it's being designed for, because also destroy themselves along with cards your opponent controls if they're targeted by a link monster's effect. But they're not targeted by Liger. It just destroyed. It didn't say target, but it might do when we get the English translation, the proper English translation for it.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It's gonna be it's not a very good link. There's definitely a way to abuse it, but I feel like there'll be a better way to abuse it in the future, and
yeah.
that's when it will shine.
Excuse me. So with the Rising Rampage Special Edition that they've got on here, there's a Salomon Great Monster exclusive to its release.
Do we know that one yet?
Not that I'm aware of.
Let me look to see if Alan Mack has anything on his dinar regarding Salaman Great Monsters. Because I know there's like 2 new spells for them.
So
Yeah, I can't see anything recent for Salaman Great Monsters.
yeah, there's nothing in any of this text that jumps out as being one of the promos.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, there is. A unique new weapon for your extra deck. They wouldn't have used that phrase unless it was one of the promos. Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess, is a Link 4 monster that knocks an arrow for every monster used to Link summon it. Each one is worth 800 attack for a maximum of 3200 attack, and you can have Appaloosa lose 800 attack to negate the activation of any opposing monster effect. There's one of the confirmed promos.
One of the Marine sets, probably. Yeah,
Because
I can see that.
Let's have a look. Along with 2 of 4 new super rare cards, including Marincess cards from the upcoming booster set, or a Salamangreat monster exclusive to this release. So that's one of the...
See, because we have a Salamangreat Link 1 we haven't received yet, but I don't believe that's in this set. I believe that's coming in the Dual Devastator set thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, because the other Salamangreat Link 1 has actually been announced already. So it won't be in...
So...
I don't think it is in this. Or they might sneak it in and turn around and go, well, here's its initial release. But I doubt it, because I think we get that Link monster before we get this. Because this apparently releases on the 13th of September.
I'm looking at DPYG's channel now, seeing if he's got Salamangreat related for monsters that could hint what it is.
So, but the main 2 bits of this video were the Rokket Revolt structure deck, and then Fister Gadgets, which is huge for Brotherhood of Fire Fist.
Yeah, I'm hyped for it. I want to buy all the Fire Fist stuff, but I know it's going to be expensive for me to buy. So,
I'm actually in the process of going through all of my cards, and I'll be keeping all the Fire Fist to one side, so...
Yeah, I need to pick up, like, 1 more Horse Prince and 1 more Tiger King, but I have my 3 dragons, I have my 3 tankies. I assume they're not, like, ultimate rare tankies and ultimate rare bears, because otherwise, bank.
Yeah.
But,
well, I've got an enormous amount of copies of Tiger King.
I have 1 ultra rare, so I need another ultra unlimited, and I need another super first ed of Horse Prince. However, with the reprints, I'm hoping maybe a secret rare version of Horse Prince will be in here.
Possibly.
I doubt it, because the secret rares tend to be for the new cards, not the reprints. So if we do, it'll be a super rare reprint. But I would like a secret rare printing.
Yeah. So apparently that Link 4 monster Appaloosa is essentially a Link monster version of Light and Darkness Dragon.
Oh yeah, it gains 800 attack for like each
material used.
Link material you use.
It ends up with 4 negates basically.
Yeah, but then they lose 800 attack for each negate. It's kind of bad.
Ah, okay. So one of the people that are chatting on the stream, her arrows are bottom left, middle bottom, bottom right, and middle top. So she's got the same arrows as Skuldred.
Does she? Because I thought it was top, bottom, left, right.
Yeah, I thought that she might have had like Borreload's arrows. So left, right, and then the bottom diagonals.
Let me look this up. Oh wait, no, yeah, it's Skuldred's arrows. Yeah,
it is Skuldred's arrows. Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, it is. I'm just bad.
But yeah, no. So if you've liked the video, give it a great big thumbs up. If you haven't, give it a thumbs down. Doesn't bother me. If you let us know what your thoughts and feelings are of the sets in the comment section down below. I'll put a link to the page in the description, and I will see you in my next video.